So we're soaking these kidney beans overnight so that we'll have a faster time cooking it tomorrow. This is only 1 cup of kidney beans and 2 garlic cloves. There's the other one. Okay. So we soak them overnight so that it doesn't take as long to make the following day. See how wrinkled they are? This is after about an hour of soaking. This makes it faster. It's an old trick that my grandmother taught me. If you soak your peas overnight, they cook faster the following day. Good morning. So it's now the following morning. Our peas have been soaking overnight. You see what our peas look like now? Okay guys, so our peas are almost finished. You see how most of them have split open? That means they're ready. We're going to go step to the side and make our dumpling that we're gonna put in there. And then we're just gonna season it and allow it to simmer. We'll add a little bit of coconut milk and we'll be good to go. So here we have our flour. I'm going to add just a bit of salt. And I have a lot of flour in here because I'm also making the stew peas version that has meat in it. So if you're making just the Ital version, which is the version without meat, then my suggestion to you is just use half of this, which is about maybe a cup. So all I'm gonna do now is slowly add water and knead the flour until it becomes solid. So this is what I do. Just slowly add water. And knead the flour. So like I said, I'm also making the stew peas version that has meat. That's why I have such a big mound of dough. So what I'm going to do is separate this. Half will be for the version that has meat, and the other half will be for the meatless version. So all I'm going to do now is pinch off small sections about this big and roll them to make our dumpling. You really don't need to pinch off a lot, about this much. And we'll just roll them to make the dumpling. There you go. Okay, so now that our dumplings are made, what we're going to do now is cut our scallion. And we're just going to cut them in half, or into 4s, I should say, just like this. All of this is going to go into the pot at the same time. Okay, I'll just cut this part. We have our thyme as well as our pimento seeds. And our scotch bonnet. So here now we have our pot with peas that have been cooked. And all we're going to do now is season and add our dumplings. So there goes our thyme and scallion, our scotch bonnet, and all of our dumplings, as well as the pimento. So we have our pot here with our ingredients. We're just going to boil this before we put it back on the fire. I am going to put half a can of coconut milk in. And stir. I'm just going to put half a tin of coconut milk, and then we're going to stir. And all we have to do now is add our seasoning, and we're good to go. So we're going to add some onion powder. We have some adobo. And then we have garlic powder. And that is really all you need. Now we're just going to stir. Put this back on the fire for another 30 minutes. And it should be ready. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes now since we've had our dumpling inside of our stew peas mix. What I'm gonna do right now is try to thicken this up a little bit, because as you can see, the consistency is very runny. And I'll show you how I'm gonna thicken it up. It's a trick my mom taught me. So I got a little bit of flour and I have a little bit of water. There's 3/4 cup of flour in here and about half a cup of water in here. So what I'm gonna do is show you how to thicken the gravy by pouring a lot of water in here and stirring it around until this becomes a liquid. I'm gonna stir it and stir it. I'm pressing along the sides of the cup to take out the lumps that's inside of the mixture. And what we're going to do is just slowly pour this into the pot until our gravy thickens. And you'll see what happens. It's like magic. Okay, here we go. We're gonna slowly add it and stir. See how watery this is right now? We're gonna thicken it up. We're gonna add just a bit more. And continue to stir. As you can see, it's starting to get thicker already. And at this time, you can taste it to see if you'd like a little more seasoning, and you can add seasoning at this time. See how nice and thick this is now? This is how you want it. There you go. And now you are ready. This is your meatless stew peas, aka Ital stew. There you go.